not exactly sure what this is, but there's a cemetery coming up here. There seems to be this big fenced off area. I think it's maybe just these people's like little private RV park or something. So somewhere there's supposed to be a break in the woods. I think it might be this coming up here. I apologize, I remember this place. We've been here many years ago, but I think it'd be interesting to check it out. If I remember correctly, it's called the Hopper King Cemetery, and at the back is a technically separate cemetery that is a old historic cemetery. I'm not sure if it's one of the names. I can't remember exactly. It's been so long since I've been here last. But let me see if there's a good place to park. I think this is pretty much it here, because this is where I can turn around. So we were here, I don't even know, probably 3-4 years ago maybe. Could be even longer. And there was a lot of sections falling into disrepair, a few like semi-hidden things. I can see the area where I'm talking about now. I can't tell if any restoration work's been done yet, but I think it'd be really interesting to get out. And I'm gonna try and find the best I can the old episode and link to it, but I can't make any promises at this point. So bear with me, let's take a look and see what we can find here. So what's really kind of strange about this place is this all looks pretty historic up front here too, but you can see where the historic line is, even though there's quite a few that appear to be mid-1800s up here. So kind of confused. It looks like maybe it's just new signage. So, it looks like, ooh, someone's in the woods. Patrolled by police daily. Well, that's not a problem. Okay. So, yeah, it looks like this is just new signage, and this is where they want you to stop vehicle traffic. It's not new signage, it was here the last time that I was here, but new as in historical. It was definitely not historical. So yeah, let's, I don't really remember where I left off last time, what all we did. I know a lot of it was filmed back in this section here. And it looks like maybe we might be joined by some visitors, meaning animal life, not people. These are incredibly historic right here. See the Folks, Anna, 1862 to 1948, and Milton, 1858 to 1940. And makes a pretty easy job for me here by seeing this fence line. There really can't be too much hidden, at least it would seem. We have George Deck here, 1874 to 1951. It looks like maybe somebody has just come out with like a Dremel tool or something with like a little rubber bit and just went along the edges of the numbers or something in the letters. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if that's exactly what happened. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know better than what I do. Looks like maybe had a few branches fall down recently in the storms. No real damage here. Orpha Beckley Anderson, 1889 to 1934. A really interesting name. Never heard of it before. Let me know if you ever heard that before. I'm just interested to see if... I'm always finding these really interesting names. I always want to pose it to you all. Well, here's a Wilson Beckley, 1884 to 1918. And the edge here appears again to be pretty clean. It's kind of hard to make it around from that direction, but I kind of want to go this way anyway. See James Beckley, 1848 to 1915 there. Maybe a Civil War veteran here, 1835 to 1902, James M. Berkings, I believe it is. And our GAR marker here, denoting his most likely service in the Civil War. And interesting to see. I thought I spotted something out of the normal, but it is not a geocache. But we're always finding them in trees exactly like this. They'll be like in like a little rotted out or whatever you want to call a little knot in the tree. Okay, let's I'm gonna do these few rows here, but I want to head over to this side of it and get a look, see what our edge looks like here. And I want to go closer to the woodline back there just to see what was making all that noise. Some more full family graves there. There is a, looks like a private pathway here back to this maybe farmer's field. Maybe there is people back there, possibly. But right here, looks like we have a small family section. You can see it's marked off. And a Civil War GAR marker there. And here we have Anna Henry, 1876 to 1910. And presumably her husband would be nearby. It does say husband of, but I don't see them marked. Let's see, or wife of, excuse me. Let's see, wife of E.E. Shambaugh. Okay. That one's really hard. I see 1869 to 1892. I don't think that's our Shambaugh grave, though. Huh. Makes me wonder, maybe there's something missing here, or is it possible that this is the Shambaugh right here? I don't know. Let's go check out. Excuse me. Let's go check out what names we have here. We have Lobedell here, John W. 1840 to 1921, and Damie 1849 to 1921. And then it's like several children's graves here. It's like Ruby Riley. And there is something down here. Again, I don't want to disturb it. I'm not a professional and I don't want to do any further damage to anything. But there's definitely another memorial underneath here. So it looks like maybe a third child or another member of the close family, something like that. Try to gently move this aside. Is that Silas H. Williams? 18, looks like 71. The inscription is unfortunately unreadable. This place is so interesting though. All I can see here is heath. Very clear. If I can find anything else on it, I'll put it up on the screen. Benjamin Sheets here, 1828 to 1915, and Catherine Rankenberger Sheets, 1829 to 1907 there. And we have just passed on the other side of our gate here. Maybe we'll keep heading back for right now and then check on some of the other stuff in here in a little bit. I kind of want to get back to our tree line here because I believe there's a row or two in there. I'm not sure if it's still covered or if I can kind of see a row. I'm not really sure if that's the last row or not though. And looks like a Woodman of the World. And John Vanderson, maybe? 1818 to 1889. And it's just so, I can see V-A-N, I'm assuming that's a D. Or it could be Vant, maybe. And then John is 1819 to 1902. Wait, no, Ruth, excuse me. And behind we have a few that are being buried under the grass line here. He's 79 years, 18 something there. Really hard to tell. 1861. Wow, this whole row is disappearing. It's kind of sad. The place is so quiet. I don't remember ever actually seeing anybody come around, and not that I shouldn't say that I'm sure that they do actually patrol this, but I wonder what the odds are that today the police show up. Not that that would be a problem. I just wonder what the odds are. I've been here before, I never saw anybody come in. Hearing more noises. So there's this tree here. It's kind of big area with a bunch of fallen timber surrounding this still living tree. Definitely an area. I thought I just heard somebody pulling. It must have just drove by. Oh, yeah, I definitely got a spider web to the face. See lots of piled up stones, not headstones or memorials. Looks like, I want to focus, there we go. Is that a white poke? Is that a thing? It looks just like poke. I really don't know. And so, you can kind of get the idea here. You can see that this area is still pretty overgrown like it was last time. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to change my battery too. But it does look like they've added like a fence over here. Still quite a bit of destruction. So let's head back to the car, grab my spare battery that I forgot, and we'll check out some of the very rear section here and see how far it goes back. Got the battery changed out. I'm actually gonna head over on the other side of the forward section here. Just really quick to check out some of this stuff. There does appear to be some things slowly disappearing, and obviously there's this big, is that the God family? Or the Good family, I see. It's either G-O-O-D or G-O-D-D. It looks surprisingly similar. Well, unfortunately, we have one from 1902 that is literally has the writing smashed up against the tree here. It looks like maybe there's something news going in there, or maybe some restoration work. A little bit of an animal hole. Other than that, nothing else really back here. Okay, well, we're continuing down here along this gravel path to the very back. I do see a few other things that probably need to check out here. Another row right here of lost stones. You can barely see. There's something right there. And then another, well, at least 2 memorials here. Looks like Wesley